Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is week 13 of the monetization quest, and I'm very excited to be here. So, I'm going to be sharing my weekly analytics with you guys first, as usual, and then we will talk a little bit more in detail about how things have been going for me in the background too. So let's go ahead and dive right in with the analytics. Here we go, the analytics for this week. So we have an interesting kind of dynamic going here for this week. We've actually had a bit of a downturn in the views and watch time hours, but an uptick in subscribers. So we had 157 views this week. Wah, wah. Down 10%. We had 5.2 watch time hours this week, which is also down 24%. But we had +5 subscribers this week. Yay! So exciting. I get such a thrill every time I see one of those come in. So thank you to all my new people here. And thank you to anyone who gets inspired to subscribe based on this video as well. As you can see, things are still moving along, but I am continuing to find more and more ways to grow my audience and improve my content and strategize in order to make this work. Okay, so let's talk a little bit more about how things have been going behind the scenes. All right, so I am still loving my approach to engaging with my Bendable lists, and I've gotten some more traction on there as well. Got a comment this morning on one of my Bendable lists, which is very exciting. Oh, and I've been getting a few more comments on here as well on my YouTube channel, which I'm very, very excited about. Please leave me comments. I love comments. And so I'm sticking with Bendable. I really need to carve out some time to go and flesh out those lists some more, but it's not my number one priority because I've got these other things going on right now. For example, my Substack, I'm still loving that. Not just, writing, it's got me in this place now where kind of all I want to do is write and make things for my Substack, but I'm trying to pace myself and not just like flood the system with my content all at once. Why not space it out a little bit? So in the meantime, what I've really been enjoying about that is just exploring the app and the community on Substack, because I've always loved reading. I've always been a reader, but I've always been like a nonfiction reader. So I love all my books about psychology and personal growth and philosophy and all these things. And I love physical books, but I have not really ever taken much of an interest in like Kindle books or things like that, or reading. I haven't read a lot of blogs or news publications online or things like that. And so it's been really interesting for me to discover Substack and all the amazing people that are on there writing such awesome, authentic content that is really relevant to me and to what I'm doing as well. And so I've just been having a really wonderful time getting to know the platform and subscribing to a whole bunch of publications, especially including small publications, so that we can kind of grow together. And yeah, and just reading such beautiful things on there. So if you are a reader of any shape or form and you have not yet found your way over to Substack, I definitely recommend you go and check it out and just see what you might find there. Obviously, of course, you're going to want to follow and subscribe to my publication, which is called Caroline's Weird World. But even that aside, I'm saying Substack is awesome, so you should check it out. So in addition to that, speaking of connecting with small publications on Substack, one of the comments that I got on my channel, which I was really excited to receive, was a suggestion to find small YouTube channels that I can follow and support and connect with and share the journey with, as we're all kind of working our way towards growth and monetization. So I love that comment because it's definitely something very important to me and something that I've been doing for many years, but haven't really poured myself into that as like part of my strategy yet. So what I want to do is actually set aside some time to start really like exploring YouTube more. Because so far, the way that has happened is like, you know, if I'm presented with a small channel and I enjoy their content, then I subscribe and I'll go follow their stuff and find more of their things. But like I said, I haven't really made a specific effort, an intentional process around seeking out other small channels and actively engaging and supporting them. So I definitely am going to add that to my to-do list, and I'm very excited. So thank you for that comment. That was from Random Familia Mexican, I think is the name of the channel. I'm not able to tag people yet because I don't have 1,000 subscribers, but I will put the name to that channel in my description below. It probably won't be clickable for now at least, but I'll put it there so you can go check it out as well. She's got a really cool channel with some really interesting stuff. So that's been cool. I'm excited for that. More community. That's really what I'm all about creating, is like a sense of community in these spaces. So I'm excited to kind of take the lead on creating and finding more community in here too. And then the other thing that we're adding in now, which I mentioned last week, but we hadn't really fully started it, is the short strategy. So as you may or may not know, if you want to use a shorts strategy as part of how you would get to monetization on YouTube, you need to have had 10 million shorts views in a period of 90 days, which to me is extremely daunting to consider because I have very few shorts. I have not focused on shorts on this platform at all. I actually have a tremendous amount of shorts type content from posting on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok. So I'm excited to repurpose some of that here because I think it's going to be great. But I haven't posted purposefully shorts here at all. So we're starting we're starting with 34 shorts views, 34 in this current 90-day window, which means we only need 9,999,966 more shorts views in these next 90 days. And it, you know, it could happen. I laugh, I joke, but I know anything is possible. And so that's why we're going to do it. We're going for some short strategy on the side. What I have recently learned when I kind of went back in and explored a little bit about what's happening in the world of short strategies on YouTube these days is that it doesn't necessarily benefit you to post shorts like crazy every single day, unless that's maybe the only thing you're posting, right? But if you're trying to do a combined strategy, apparently your shorts that you post, any new video that you post is going to be taking at least some of the focus away from the previous post. So it was recommended that if you're going to post a long form video, say on a Tuesday, like I do, you might not want to post a short on Wednesday because the algorithm is still trying to like carry forward the long form videos. So we're not going to go crazy. We're going to start slow. I think we're going to aim for one short post per week. And that brings us up to a total of 3 posts per week, which I think is pretty good. And then if we start getting into a lot of like excess shorts content that we have like ready to go, then I think we'll also add in a second short per week. But yeah, we're just going to start with one. We're going to see how they do. We're going to relate them back to the long form videos. So most of what we'll be posting in terms of shorts right now will be clips from my long form videos, and then they'll have that related video link in the short that people can go and watch the other videos. So I've heard that it's not a super helpful thing because a lot of people who are in shorts don't necessarily want to go to long form because they're just like enjoying scrolling shorts. But we're going to see. We're just going to try it. We're just going to see. Yeah, I will start keeping you posted on my shorts journey as we go through it as well. That's a new little goal that we have. Okay, so, and the last thing I will mention that's been kind of on my mind in the mix with all of this lately is I'm still trying to post. So I have some platforms that I'm trying to kind of like pull back from, but I want to make sure that I'm using the very small following that I've created on these other platforms and trying to guide people in this direction. So, for example, I recently made a post on my TikTok about my Substack and some of the first few posts that I've made on there. And I have been also posting on TikTok a little bit about my process with this YouTube monetization journey. And I haven't posted much on Facebook or Instagram at all recently. Those are my two that I am most avoidant of. But I have, a small following on both of those platforms, or all three of them. And so I'm trying to get myself to at least go and put some redirecting posts, even if they just stay at the top of my page, right? Like on Instagram, if someone goes to my profile or goes to my business account, I just want there to be a post there that says come find me on YouTube or come find me on Substack or whatever. And that way that would just be there. And then I won't have to worry so much about posting consistently on those places, but would still, occasionally be directing people to come over here. Now, I think part of my resistance to that is that I know that each of these platforms doesn't necessarily like you redirecting people to other platforms. And so for one thing, the algorithms may not pick up on those posts as well. Or you have to do some kind of funny business of not actually putting the link in the post, you put it in the comments, or or the link is in your bio or whatever. So I'm going to do whatever I can in terms of the workarounds with that. But I just think it's worth it to do anyway, so that people know where to find me if they are actually looking for me or interested in my stuff. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated on how that goes. If I make a post, we might see a little bump in views or subscribers or something. So hopefully I'll do that, at least on one of those platforms. Maybe my goal will be to make an Instagram post in the next 7 days on at least one of my accounts. We'll see. Okay, that's it. I'm leaving it there for this week. I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you're enjoying this. And I will be back in the next 7 days with another update. Bye.